my rocking chair. It's Lily the cat. It's helping me out with my pecan sorting operation. So, I'm sitting on the front porch. I got a box for rejects, a box of unsorted pecans, the paper shells that go in that box, and then we got the native pecans over in this box. And we just sit here and sort pecans. Hello, y'all. I'm Granny Bess. I'm here in Central Texas on my itty bitty homestead. And I call my channel the homesteading channel for old people, because I spend some time sitting on the porch like I'm doing now in my rocking chair. And then I'm gonna get up and take the dog to go check the mail. And then I'm gonna have a rest. And then I'm going to harvest some microgreens. And then I'm gonna have a rest. And then I'm gonna plant some more microgreens. And then I'm gonna have a rest. And that's about how it goes. You do what you can, you make do with what you got. Hi all, this is Granny Bess. So, first thing we're gonna do today is go check the mail. I'm bringing the dog. I started putting up some Christmas decorations yesterday. It'll take me a while to get them up, so good to start early, especially what are you gonna do on a year like this, huh? Okay. Isabella, you wanna be in the picture? There she is. Cute as can be. And here we are at the mailbox. Oh, look, we got a lot of letters. Hooray! We're making our way back to the porch for our rest. We haven't had rain here for months. I got a little bit still planted in the garden. Yesterday, my brother came over and he helped me put leaves on the garden for mulch for the winter. Gosh, I love it when it's like that. And here is the tomato. Let me see if I can get a good picture of the tomato. There it is. We're going back on the porch for our rest. I'm going to harvest some microgreens on my microgreen table on the porch. Look at this, all these sunflowers. I got these, this is like the second batch out of the same planting. I'm just taking off some of the seed husks because you don't want to eat those. Yeah, you can eat them, but they don't taste very good. Well, they don't taste at all. They're just kind of oogie, crunchy. My brother and I ate all the microgreens I harvested the other day. We had them on ham sandwiches. Yum. I'm not sure I'd be able to get a third bunch out of this one pot. But boy, I'm sure amazed that I can get at least 2 cuttings. Okay. Just snip them with the scissors. Throw them in my container. And hope the container doesn't fall over. Yes. I also have a few other microgreens to harvest here. some kale, it looks like, and some radish maybe. I don't know. I can't remember what I planted. Maybe turnips. Sometimes I accidentally pull them up by their roots, which I didn't mean to do. Just snap it off. But I think I'll leave this one more time just to see if any other seeds decide to grow up and provide me with a few more. Since I eat these all at once on sandwiches or on soup or in salads or whatever, I don't bother to separate out one kind of microgreen from the other. I just eat them. And it certainly grows enough for me alone. And whenever anybody comes over, they can have some too. Though hardly anybody comes over in the pandemic. Occasionally my brother. Okay, let's see what this is. I have no idea. This is a second growing of something. I bought some pea seeds to plant for microgreens. I love microgreen peas. But I haven't planted them yet. We'll do that this afternoon. Okay. This might be kale or turnips. I don't know. It's leaning to one side, following the sun, or because a cat sat on it. Who knows? I'm told these are very healthy for you. I'm just happy to have some green stuff that's easy to grow. I'm gonna let this one grow again because more seeds will come up, I think, and I'll get a second cutting off of it. This one has been cut before, so it's probably time for me to reseed this one. There's a few coming up, but not a lot. I don't like those little roots in there. Oh well, cut them off. Okay, now I have a little bit of cilantro also. I'm gonna reach over and try and cut some of the cilantro off and put that in there too. Put the cilantro on the top. I thought I planted spinach in here, but boy, it sure looks and tastes like cilantro. Okay, knock the camera over. Whatever. All right, well, I'm done harvesting. That's my bowl of microgreens to wash. I'll come back out here later and plant some more and water the ones that are left. I put the microgreens in the sink to be washed. I mean, they're soaking in apple cider vinegar and water. And did I mention it's time for a rest? So, Isabella and I are having a rest on the porch on this beautiful day. Geez, you know, it's the middle of November almost, and it's 80 degrees out here. What the heck? Okay, we're having our rest. I'm going to plant some more microgreens, so I have some for the future. I bought some seeds at the local feed store. Oh, there you go, radish. You can buy them in bulk there. And they seem to be cheaper than buying them online. Oops, there goes the camera. Let's try that again. Okay. Now these are Austrian winter peas. And I'm going to try them. It was the only peas they had. It's a cover crop. They said you can eat them. So I'll try it. And I bought some, what else here? Cilantro, mustard, and broccoli. I've put dirt in my little pots that I want to plant my stuff in. And it's just dirt from the backyard. It's like no big deal. You don't have to have special dirt. You can do it with a paper towel if you want. And I'm going to get my seeds and start sprinkling them in the pots. I wetted down the dirt so it's good and soggy there. Well, not too soggy. It has holes in the bottom, it drains. Okay, you take a handful and you just sprinkle them on the surface of the dirt. This one's an experiment. I have never tried. All I've ever tried before is, you know, chickpeas. They make great microgreens, but they didn't have any chickpeas. What? Whatever. We'll see what comes up. Here's radish. I love radish microgreens. Tasty. Sprinkle them on pretty close together. Across the dirt. Not on top of each other though. They never sprout that way. Well, needs a few more, maybe a few more. Okay, there we go. And I love broccoli. Broccoli microgreens are great. And we'll try some turnips. Nope, sorry, it's mustard. We'll try mustard. Yo. Maybe a little more. And the last one I have is cilantro. Now, I have some cilantro growing already, but I sure do like it. Gonna try some more. Of course, I'll never remember what I planted where when they all come up, but hopefully I'll be able to figure it out by taste or look. I'm going to plant the cilantro too close together because I can always just repot it and have cilantro plants. Then the next thing I do is I'm going to stack them up so that they're in the dark, as if they were planted in dirt. I'm going to keep this one for a second cutting. In 2 or 3 days, they'll sprout and we'll have some microgreens. Now I have another container for the peas to be in the darkness. And that is the sunflowers. I'm going to try for another crop of sunflowers. This one I've already got a second cutting, and this one I've already got a second cutting. So I'm planting these in the garden and see if anything grows. I have a separate trash bin in the kitchen for compost, and it's mostly things that chickens won't eat. And that is almost nothing. So it's a lot of coffee grounds and tea bags. I'm just gonna throw it on the garden. It'll sink in by next spring. Oh yeah, seems to be some onion peels there. Now I just threw those leftover microgreens out. They're in between those 4 bricks. And they're in between 4 bricks so the cats don't dig them up. But here's where I've thrown out some before. Whatever that is coming up. Here's some more. There's some kale that's coming up really well. And another bunch of kale coming up really well. Just thrown out from leftover microgreens. It's fall garden mulch. Are you taking a video? Yeah. That's my brother Mike helping me put mulch on the garden. It's the neighbor's leaves, which they so kindly bagged up and let us have. Looks much better. Garden covered with mulch. Alrighty. I should have taken pictures of him pruning the trees too, but I forgot. Oh well. It's time for a rest on the porch, but looks like somebody's got my chair. Hey Lily, that's my chair. There's 3 other chairs on the porch you can have. Yeah, okay, doesn't make any difference. Okay. Hi Isabella, we hear you. So, I'll say farewell. Happy trails. Happy gardening, happy chickens, and make do with what you got. Stay safe, stay well. Bye-bye. Oops, I forgot to show you what I'm gonna do with those veggies. So, there's carrots and kale and chard. Carrots are from the spring garden, now in the freezer. And the kale and chard are I just picked, and put some quinoa in there and boil them all up. And I fried up little chunks of chicken, and I shredded up some cabbage, and then I dump it all together, and it tastes great. I don't like my cabbage very cooked. I like it crunchy, so just putting the hot quinoa on it makes it cooked enough for me. It was great.